Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today I just wanted to quickly give you a quick development update and just status update about Mortal Quest, because it's been a while since I've talked about it. This isn't going to be a really highly edited video, probably just going to trim out some parts that I don't really talk or I mess up, so this isn't going to be really highly edited or anything. I just wanted to, talk to you guys. So the first thing I wanted to start with is how far along Mortal Quest is to being completed, and the answer to that is it's not quite there yet. There's still a ton of work that I still needs to go into it that has not been done yet, and by a lot I mean like a lot. It's a lot of work that has not been done yet. When I released the demo in 2024, I initially said that I wanted the full game's release date to be 2026, and well, it's 2026. So I wanted to give an update on that regarding the release date. I am starting to lean toward it not releasing this year. I know it's not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things, but it's been kind of getting me down that the game's not close to being completed yet, especially after the demo released like 2 years ago. That's not to say that a significant amount of work has not been done. A lot of work has been done since the demo, and it's really coming along. And I will say that I probably now have a greater idea for what I want Mortal Quest to be, and I think that I have planned out everything that I want to be in the game. I've always had like the main timeline of events that I wanted to happen, pretty much the start, middle, and end of the game, all planned out. But the details in between have always been blurry, and I still needed to come up with them. And I'm happy to say that I pretty much have all of that planned out and am now thinking about all those things. And a lot of the things have started to be worked on, but a lot of things aren't in a very, great state right now. Currently, the game is not beatable, so if a playtester were to come and play the game, they would not be able to complete it. I don't have the ending done yet. I don't have most of the main plot points done yet. Work has gone into most of those, but tying them all together and actually finishing them has not been done yet. The demo released with one boss, which is the Zombie King, and I have completed 3 other bosses since that. However, when thinking about the timeline of events and how many bosses I want there to be, it's over 10. So we're not there at all yet to having the bosses completed. But in the meantime, I have been working on the other things besides the bosses, which is also really important as well. But I probably need to start like locking in on the bosses a little bit. The main thing that's slowing things down is the engine I'm using, which is a modded version of Scratch. If you didn't know that, I use Penguin Mod to develop the game. Don't think that the game is going to suck because it's made in Scratch. Penguin Mod is a really powerful tool and allows for a lot of things that regular normal game engines would use, but in block form. The problem with it right now is that the more that I add to it, the laggier it gets. Obviously, Scratch is a web browser engine, and so it's not the most powerful thing in the world, in both senses that the engine itself kind of breaks down if it needs to load so much, and the game itself actually, lags a lot for small things that probably other game engines wouldn't lag for, including the amount of things that are just in the world. When you create a new world in the demo, there's a bunch of trees, a bunch of grass, a bunch of pebbles and stuff. But the more that I add to it and the more things that need to be loaded in at the same time and all these systems that start and run and do things at the same time, it does lag the game, which I am working on. Like I'm not going to be releasing the game and you're going to be running it at 2 FPS on a good computer. That's not my intention. And last year I was really trying to, get down on that, and I took a good like 2 months trying to fix everything, which actually led me to find other issues with my systems that I did fix. And I have been releasing a couple of those fixes to the demo if it was like, sufficient for me to do so, or like the game would benefit from those changes. One of those being that sometimes when you paused the game, the day and night cycle would just freeze, and so it would never switch from day to night or night to day. It would just stay in that spot in time, which I thought was a pretty important change to bring to the demo as well. So yeah, while I haven't been doing the work that I probably should have been doing for everything else, I have been, you know, attempting to solve issues with the game and just make the game better to play. I have been doing a lot of, you know, polishing changes, which I probably should be waiting to do until near the end of development so that like I could work on new things. You know, making and playing this game for like 2 years at this point, I'm starting to get like picky about things. And especially since I've been playing a lot of games that have started to inspire certain things for Mortal Quest, or inspire me to make changes. Polish is definitely one of the things that I want to have in the game. I don't want it to feel like you're just like doing something and then like it works, but like it doesn't feel satisfying or it doesn't look satisfying. So I've been trying to change that up, make that different, but you know, that takes away time from actually making new things for the game. So I should probably stop doing that. And another thing is, you know, obviously I'm doing this all by myself, and I critically underlooked like how much I actually be needed to do for the game. And I knew it was going to be a lot, which is why I set like my initial release date thought 2 years after the demo. But you know, that very, very, very quickly changed. So I'm not going to be setting a new theoretical release date because I feel like that would just put more pressure on myself that doesn't need to be there. I don't think the game's going to come out this year. I'm just going to say that. It probably won't. I'm going to still, you know, be giving you guys teasers and updates and sneak peeks over on the Discord, especially. So if you're not in the Discord and you're interested in Mortal Quest, it's in the description. But you know, I hope to get it out really soon, as soon as I possibly can, because you know, I do really want to get this game out. Even if there's not that many people who really want to play it, I need to do better with the marketing part of the game because, you know, there's not a lot of people who know about it. The game has, I think, 140 wish lists, which, you know, might seem like a lot, but most Steam games that become successful usually have around 7,000 to like 15,000 wish lists when they release, which I don't have anywhere near, like not at all. I have a tenth of 1,000. So I need to get on marketing, which is just making more videos, teasers, trailers, stuff like that, or just anything anywhere. I could probably start making more shorts, more TikToks, put more, maybe make more social media accounts. I'm not sure, but I will work on that eventually. And also, I think this is a good time to bring up that I would like some help with the game. I've been reaching out in certain things to get help for the game, and there hasn't been a lot of prosperity in doing that. And some of the people that I've tried to bring on the team haven't really been the most committed to actually doing things. Some of them not doing anything at all, which probably I should get them off the team, but you know. So if anyone watching this video is interested in helping me with the game, I do need help with certain things, mainly artists, animators. Obviously, this is a pixel art game, so pixel art, pixel animation, marketing. If you want to help, like make shorts and make like things for the game or come up with ideas for things like that, that would be nice too. And while I do have people making music for the game, I do want a lot of music tracks. Asking Alex, who has just been doing all the music for the game for like 100 tracks, that's over exaggerating, but asking him for a lot of tracks while he's also doing his own things, it just, you know, it's not gonna work out really well. So I'm looking for music composers. If there's any people interested in beta testing, just playing the game, looking for bugs, looking for, you know, just looking for ideas and like what can make the game feel better, or just improvements or changes, or ideas for additions. I'm going to put a form in the description for anyone who's interested in working for the game, and you can submit through the forms if you're interested. And no, I'm not just looking for people to do it for free. There was a Kickstarter, and I still have a lot of that money still. While I have used it and put it into the game, there's still a lot of it that I still have and am only going to be putting it into the game. And yes, I am planning on paying everyone who helps me with the game in some way or another. So if you are interested, then please fill out the form in the description. If you're just interested in Mortal Quest, then you can join the Discord. It's kind of dead right now because, there hasn't been a whole lot of talk about Mortal Quest or people who are really like interested in it. So, and yeah, if you don't know what Mortal Quest is, it's a game that I've been working on for 2-3 years at this point. It's a survival adventure game where it kind of takes certain aspects from like Minecraft and story games like Undertale, where you gather resources to upgrade your tools, and then with those tools, you can progress through the game. There is a story, there's lore, there's all of that. There is a demo out on Steam right now if you were interested in checking it out, and a wish list would help me a lot. So yeah, I really just wanted to come on here and talk about the development of Mortal Quest so far and things, because I don't really like leaving you guys in the dark about it. I've just been kind of in development hell right now, so I appreciate your patience as well, because I'm kind of thinking that this is going to be a situation sort of like Undertale or Cuphead, where Undertale, the demo came out and then the release date was set to 2013, and then it came out 2 years later in 2015. And Cuphead, which I hope this doesn't become a Cuphead situation where the game said it was going to come out in 2013 and it comes out in 2017. I really hope that it doesn't take me more than multiple more years to get this game done, but I am not going to be releasing a half-baked product or a unfinished product. I will, when the game is finished, it's finished, and that's when I'm going to put it out. I'm not going to cut corners or lock something behind an update or a DLC, which I do plan on updating Mortal Quest afterward with more additional content. My current plan for the finished game is not really everything that I want to add into it, so I will be adding additional more content after I release the game. This is half so that I can get this game out, and half because it just feels like additional stuff for the game that, won't take away from the experience if it's not there. But anyways, I'm going to stop yapping. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this, and I will see you guys in another one. Goodbye.